Bear with me here. All right, here we go. Okay. Welcome everybody to the 10-minute trades trade room, the 7-year note auction. My name is Lee Goldstein, the trading director of 10-minute trades. Don't forget that all the trades we take are for educational purposes. Everything we discuss is
Lee
for
Goldstein, the
educational
trading
purposes.
director
It's
of
possible
10-minute
to lose
trades.
money trading futures. Know that there's risk and trade carefully, please. All right. So the 7-year, the bond reports are family trades. They've been working pretty well. So I'm on ZB, and I always watch ZN also. But I like to trade ZB. And I just want to look at my notes from last month. So last month was 5/27. That we traded this. And it was small, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we made a couple of ticks. Okay. I just wanted to see one of the bond reports. I said I was going to go back to a 2-tick bracket. I think it was the 10-year. Certainly not the 30. The 30 is the better of the movers of all the reports. The 20-year has been pretty good lately, too. It's been moving very nicely. Yeah, it was the 10-year that I was talking about, maybe going back to a 2-tick. Let's see how quiet the markets are today. And then we'll decide. Let's look at last month's. Like I said, it was 5/27. Oh, you know what? Sorry. I don't have a video from last month. I don't know what happened to the video. I really don't know. This was a 3-tick move. We got filled at 01. A 1-tick move, 3 contracts, and got out at 02. Not a very big mover. Definitely not a very big mover. And then April. This report's been, I think, probably the smallest mover of all of them. It had one amazing move. I'll show you. It had one crazy move. So this was April. Let's watch April. All right, so orders go on at 13:01:30, as we all know. And you could see it filled pretty slowly that day also. And that does not necessarily mean anything. Sometimes it's just an issue of when the report gets to the markets. So you could see it was pretty dull. Pretty dull. ZN might have moved a little bit better last month. So you could see it was just really quiet and dull. And in that case, you just want to try and get out with a tick. If you can get out, sometimes it's hard to get out of the bond trades because the liquidity is so thick that it sometimes struggles to fill your orders. So it's sometimes the opposite of gold. Where you get filled sometimes unwanted quickly, or there's not a lot of orders around, so you have slippage. Bonds are the opposite. You could sit on your target and you're waiting for orders in front of you to get filled, and you don't always get filled so fast when the market's slow. So that was a pretty quiet report last month. And then March, March 25th. So they're talking about an infrastructure deal right now. So we'll keep an eye on the market. And that was a very, very big move in March. It's kind of crazy. We made like over $300. But there was slippage. It was like the stop couldn't keep up. It was a very unusually fast move. Very unusually fast move. And then in February, it was crazy. So orders go on at 1301.30. Again, it usually fills another very big move. You know what? That was the same one. Sorry, that was the same one. Let me see. I think one of my videos is mislabeled then. So that was February 25th. That was a big, crazy spike. Let me see if March is labeled correctly or not. Oh, here it is. So here's March. Oh, I know what I did. I didn't go past the video. Okay, here's March. Once again, orders on at 13:01:30. Again, it's taking its time to fill. Usually it fills within the first 30 seconds, usually. But we've extended our cancel time because we've seen, that was a big move also. We've changed our cancel time because we've seen delayed reactions on the bond reports more than a couple of times. So we went from a 40-second cancel to at least a 60. Okay, so the setup is not complicated. You're probably going to go with a 2-tick bracket. If I see that the market's very volatile, I'll go back to 3. Two contracts for 2 ticks. Whoops. Yeah, 2 and 2 ticks. 6 ticks. On the second target, the stop is just 3. Entry time is 13:01:30. 13:01:30. Always like to label the trade with the instrument that I'm trading and the name of the report. Then when you watch the video, you always know what's going on. So a little 2-tick bracket. So you're looking with the ZB, you're $90. $90 per contract. Mark, you can do that. You can add a third target if you want. Nothing wrong with doing that. Kim, I always cancel manually. I don't like to cancel automated because what if something happens and you change your mind? But I'll show you. I would probably go something like 10 mark, 10 to 12 as a third target if I was going to do a third target. And where do you, there's an auto cancel. Where is it? Cancel after X seconds. But don't forget, well, in this particular trade, it doesn't matter because this is not a trade that we put the orders on in advance. In other words, when you use the auto cancel after X seconds, if you use a trade where we trade 2 seconds before the report, you want to not forget to add those 2 seconds, right? But in this particular case, so you would put 62 seconds, but in this case, we're activating at the same time. We're not adding any seconds to our trade because this is an unusual trade in terms of time. So you would just put 60, cancel after X seconds, you would put 60 in. Okay. So depending how much risk you want to take on these reports, you could do something, because again, this is a good behaving report. Now, I think, we're getting some volatility. The ZN is more volatile than ZB. You could do something like, let's say you were going to trade 4 contracts. You'd be risking about $360 roughly on your trade. And what you could do, which would be interesting, you could add that third target, right? Add the third target. So let me fix my trade because I screwed it up. This guy's car has been going up all day. So let's say you're going to trade 4 contracts with 3 positions. So you could do 2 contracts for your first target, or you could do 2 contracts for your middle target, and then 2, 6, and say 10 or 9 or 12, somewhere in there. The stop is 3, so you can do that as well. Yeah, I was thinking of that, Mark, also. Just make sure you don't do what I just did. Make sure your position size is correct. Two, 6, and 10. Bracket. Bracket of 2. So I'm doing 2 targets, 2 positions for 2 ticks, 1 position for 6, and then a third position for 10. My stop is 3. The odds are you're going to have to manage your way out of that 4th position unless you get a very, very big move. And then your entry time, 13:01:30. It's a breakout trade. You're trading for real. ZB, 7-year. Okay. So one more time, let me turn on my recorder. All right. So one more time through it. You got a 2-tick bracket. You got 2 targets for 2 ticks, 1 target for 6 ticks, 1 target for 10 ticks, a stop of 3, entry time of 13:01:30. Apply it, okay it, put your charts on real. Now I'm showing no profit because our winning trade was in the other account. So no harm done on that. And let's check our time sync. Time.is is the website we go to put our computer in sync. So if you're watching us on YouTube, why not give us a like of the video? Why not of the stream? And why not sign up for our channel? And you'll know when we're going to do this. We do this all the time. We actually streamed twice today. And for folks in the trade room, I'm going to throw up my link for the webinar. If you'd be kind enough to register for me, if I can find it, that would be really appreciated. Let me just make sure I've got the right link. I don't. I think I've been putting up the. Hold on, folks. There's something weird going on with the stream. Do you see that? Is that blinking for everybody? Is that blinking? Mine is. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to just. I can't reboot. Okay, good. Something happened to the stream. It was going crazy. Okay, we're back. I was saying I was going to post that link if you get a chance. Register. Signaling the aliens. That was pretty bizarre. That happened once before. I remember that happened. It's like random blinking. Not sure why. So I'm listening to Financial Juice in the background because we'll know via their Squawk Box when that news is out. Sometimes the bond auctions very often don't show up. They very often do not show up on the news websites. Oh man. I guess he can't disable whoever's car that is. They can't disable it for whatever reason. It definitely could, Fred. I mean, I'm not. I don't know that I would call this significant volatility, but if we're going to get a good move, I don't want to be pulled in on the wrong side. So I'd rather I'm just debating if I want to use a 3-tick bracket or not. I mean, it's pretty quiet. It's actually pretty quiet considering it's really not that volatile. Just checking my setup one more time. 211, 2610 on the orders, 1301.30. That's not annoying, right? You all hear that? You hear that coming through my mic, don't you? My mic's pretty sensitive. So there's a lot of people here. Who's trading? Who's trading? Mark, you're trading. Fred, you're trading. TJ is trading. Okay. Jeff's trading. Lang is trading. Sounds good. Langford, you're in the UK, right? Am I right? Yeah, that's what I thought. I finally remembered. I'm sorry, folks. I can't do anything about it. It's not. It's not my car. All right, we're getting there. 1301.30. The orders will show up. Boy, that's annoying. All right, we got a minute and 15 seconds to go, and our orders will show up on the screen. All right, we're going into 1301. 30 seconds. I'd be really surprised if we hit our third target. Almost Almost never happens. I don't like that move. That's for sure. That I don't like. It's out. It's out, and there's no move. I'm combining the orders, and I may just exit. I hate to do it, but it looks bad. So it's going to stop us out. Come on. Come on. So I'm going to close this trade. I don't like the way it's moving. I'd rather cut my losses. Maybe I'm wrong, you never know, but I don't like the way that was behaving. So taking about a little more than half of my loss, because not getting a proper move, just didn't get a proper move. Now, look, if it drops down now, there's nothing you can do. It's just bad luck. It's just bad luck. But you got absolutely no pop at all. You got no, not even any slippage on that. Just a non-move, a non-move. So let's see what happens. Now, if it goes, the news is out. So the response is very minimal, okay? The response is minimal. But it does not, honestly, it doesn't appear like it wants to head in the direction that we got filled. And it brings me back to the whole thought that I've really been sticking to until today. 3 tick brackets. 3 tick brackets. I really think the 3 tick brackets will keep you safer. You won't have to deal with this trade. You wouldn't get filled. Or if you got filled, you'd be long. So I'm going to go, I originally said I was going to stick with 3 tick brackets. I broke my rule, and now it just cost me, right? So it cost me. This week was a really weird week. Lost $80 this week, if you really look at everything, because of this trade. Only had 2 trades, 170 on API for me and 250 negative on this. So we lost $80. The first week in like 8 weeks that I didn't make money. So it is what it is. It's going to happen. Next week, there's a lot of trades. So any questions, folks? Thanks for watching on YouTube. We did make money trading natural gas today. So it's like, you win some, you lose some. You can't win every trade. It's just not going to happen. I'm sorry, Mark. It just is the first one in a long time that didn't work. But I'm absolutely going to stick with 3 tick brackets. It's just the right way to do it, because I think we got filled a teeny bit early. I really do. I think we got filled early. Tiny bit. Or regardless, it was the wrong side. It was the wrong side. The fill, it's definitely frustrating when you feel like you've been filled incorrectly. Right at the bottom, right at the bottom of the candle. And a 3 tick bracket, and we'd be counting our money. Yep, no big deal. We've made thousands over the past month and a half. Okay, folks, I'll see everybody actually next week. Well, we have the wrap up tomorrow. There's a trade room at 9:30, not a money trade tomorrow. And then we'll have the wrap up at 10:15. It's not much of a wrap up tomorrow, but a little bit. There's always something to talk about. So I'll see everybody tomorrow, and have a good rest of your day, folks. I'll see you all later. Take care.